Kentucky started playing basketball more than a century ago, in 1903, when the team competed in just 3 games and came away with 1 victory against the Lexington YMCA. If there had been an NCAA back then, I'm sure scheduling a game against the Y would have been some kind of violation. It became a powerhouse in the Adolph Rupp years, an unbelievable run that began in 1930 and finally ended in 1972. Joe B. Hall had the unenviable task of following his longtime boss in the job, and a half a dozen years later won an NCAA championship. He was followed by 2 big-name coaches, Eddie Sutton and Rick Pitino. But by 2009, more than a decade had passed since Kentucky's last national championship. The team had won a total of just 2 NCAA tournament games in the previous 4 seasons, and over the last 2, it had lost 27 games. That's not supposed to happen in Lexington. There was nowhere to go but up. As the 23rd coach in the program's history, I was following Billy Gillespie, who'd had a rough time of it, and not Tubby Smith, coach of the 1998 champions, who was still beloved, and for all the right reasons. Would I have succeeded if I had gotten the job 2 years earlier? Yes, I think so. But the degree of difficulty might have been a little higher. The first day at the press conference, I said that I don't walk on water and I don't have a magic wand. If anyone was hoping for something amazing to happen in just 1 year, I told them I wasn't the guy they should have hired. I was hoping to buy time and patience, which I figured I might need. But that spring, we were able to quickly sign a talented class of incoming freshmen, including John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Eric Bledsoe, and Daniel Orton, all of whom would stay just 1 year before becoming first-round NBA draft picks. They joined a solid core of holdovers, including future first-round pick Patrick Patterson, and we finished with a 35-3 record and fell 1 game short of reaching the Final Four. The next year, we made it into the Final Four, losing a close semifinal game to Connecticut. The year after that, my third at Kentucky, we were national champions. So much for lowering expectations. Over my 4 seasons in Lexington, we have averaged more than 30 wins a season. An unprecedented 17 of our players have been drafted into the NBA, 13 in the first round, 9 were lottery picks, including 2 who were the top overall choices. And it keeps on going. For the 2013-14 season, we signed a class of incoming freshmen that commentators have compared to the Fab Five, the 1991 class at Michigan led by Chris Webber and Jalen Rose. Some have said our kids are the best group of freshmen in the whole history of college basketball. The college basketball writer I respect said we may have 8 NBA first-round picks on the roster. I don't pay much attention to the media stuff, but I'll say this. These young guys are good, really good. My guess is that at least one of them will play just 10 or 15 minutes a game and still get picked in the first round of the NBA draft. To many college basketball fans, I'm the one-and-done guy, the coach who gets the best high school players and shuttles them off to the pros after 1 season. That's my reputation, but it's not the whole story. First of all, I don't like the current system, the built-in incentives for one and done, the disincentive to stay for more than 1 season, and I have ideas about how to fix it if the NBA, the NCAA, or anyone else would listen, but right now, these are the rules we play by. We do get more than our share of the top players at Kentucky, and in almost all cases, their dream is to play in the NBA as soon as possible. The more who achieve that goal, the more who want to come here. That's the way it works. Success breeds more success. Would I be happy if we won a national championship 1 season and nobody got drafted? I would be happy for the program, but disappointed for the kids. I wouldn't feel like I had done my job for them. At the end of the season, we sit down and talk. I don't push players out the door, but I don't stand in their way. I tell them how they are viewed by the NBA. I've told some that it's a good idea to leave, and others that they would be better off staying. They don't always do what I advise in either direction. I've had kids decide to stay who I thought should leave. Whatever their decision, I give them a hug, tell them I love them, and promise to do everything I can to support them. We're really good academically. Maybe that doesn't exactly square with my image as a fast-talking recruiter and to some a rule breaker, but it's a fact. If you come to play for me at Kentucky, you either turn pro or get a college degree, or you turn pro and get a degree. It's a pretty good deal. What we do academically and what we do on the basketball court are the components of what I call our success rate. All 10 of the players who have exhausted their eligibility in my time here have graduated. The last 3 seasons, our team